Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Train Sim World 6 video. You join us again on the Fife Circle Line route. We're in the lovely Class 158 with the Levenmouth rail link livery, and we are on an express service down to Waverley, or Edinburgh Waverley. So let's get the train set up, which I think we've basically already done, so that's fine. Just waiting time, so we're going to be calling at Kirkcaldy, Inverkeithing, Edinburgh Gateway, Haymarket and Waverley. So we are, well, yeah, we're one of the fastest services you can do. It's only about 45 minutes or so. The majority of them are about 59 to an hour. So let's get the doors shut. And yeah, on the new Sprinter timetable for this route as well, which is just great. Fife Circle is actually pretty decent now. Right, for the buzzer. Right, and let's get going. Cool. But yeah, this route's actually pretty decent now. Like, this route's always been a bit bumpy, like, ooh, I don't know, Fife Circle. But with this timetable, it's really good now. Could be better, of course. Obviously, see more units and trains on here, but to have the 158 on here now is a route changer. Turn up the audio a little bit. There we go. Cool. And you can do the 5 coach runs as well, where you have a 170 and a 158 coupled together, which is cool. We are off. A cup of tea to accompanying us for the journey. We've got an 80 mph limit. Now, it does say HST, but we count as a HST. Little test of the brakes as we head out of Markinch. And the lovely livery, which is now included with, well, the new timetable. Pretty cool. Right, get that up. So the big gap on this journey is going to be from Kirkcaldy to Inverkeithing. So skipping out quite a few stops. There is still one thing which is broken on this route, which I really hope gets sorted at some point, and that's if you're doing a service from Edinburgh to Leven, when you come across the points to go down the Leven branch, you don't get a junction indicator, so basically you don't know if you're going to be going down there. Because you should get like a warning that you're going down the branch, but you don't. The signal seems to be broken in some way. Although hopefully that gets fixed. Let's have a look. What signal is this? This one. So that stops going off. This signal. This one here, I think. Yeah, that one there. Echo Tango 866. Which is broken. Gives you the wrong information. Yeah, that's the route map. For anyone who doesn't know, 5 circles, you've got Leven just off there with Cameron Bridge, and then you've got the inner loop, which is sort of, well, via Dunfermline, and then you've got the interesting scenic part of the route, which is via, well, Kirkcaldy, and it then joins up and goes to Edinburgh. Very nice route. Well, yeah, it did get off to a bit of a bumpy start when it first came out. Early morning run into the capital. I would like to do a stream at some point where we go Edinburgh to Leven and back. It's on my plans to do at some point. When that some point is, don't know, but eventually do a return trip. So you got Thornton Junction coming up. Still 80 for us, which is good. There's the line off to Glenrothes with Thornton. I've had to set this one in October as well, because if I had set it in November it would have been basically pitch black at this time. so not really ideal. Although if you do like night drives on this game, I have done I think 3 non-commentary videos now. Basically just me playing the game at like 2 AM in the morning in real life, and then just uploading the video of me doing that run. So if you like night runs, check out the non-commentary runs. I think it's the darkest I've ever seen TSW was the Voyager run from Lichfield down to New Street. Never seen TSW that dark. It was great. So more realistic. And I wonder if we'll get announcements on this run as well, because there is meant to be announcements for this train on this route, but it didn't work in the first look. So I wonder if that's been sorted. I wonder if we'll get an announcement. Well, it just says you're now approaching Kirkcaldy. Quite a long stretch though to begin with. And we should fairly soon see the coast off to the left of us. Exit down there now, the sea. Still 80 for us, that's good. I think my marker for Kirkcaldy is there's like a factory. There's like a big factory about about a mile before Kirkcaldy. That's a big factory. It's quite a notable structure as well. So I'm just going to slow down, because I think it does come down to 60 around here. Well, relatively soon it will drop down. So let's do that now. This is a route I have a good idea of. It's not a route I'm really confident with, it's just one I know all right. See a speedball coming up here. 65, well that's all good, we're going 62. Is that the factory? Yeah, here's the factory, so we're not too far off of Kirkcaldy now. There's also like a little yard as well, just before the station, I think. And then from there the long stretch to Inverkeithing. Yeah, very quick run though. Well, the one thing we're still missing from this timetable is the Voyager. When are we going to get the Voyager on Fife Circle? Even if it's just AI. As the cross-country Voyagers run on this route quite a lot in real life for the Aberdeen runs. But we haven't got that in this timetable. So whether this timetable was sort of done before the Voyager sort of came out. Here's the little yard here. So yeah, we're coming up to Kirkcaldy. A little loop there. But I'm still glad we got this train on here. See, if you haven't got the ScotRail 158, it is now a lot more worth it. As before, it just gave you the sort of the weird timetable on Edinburgh Glasgow, which is just like a bit weird because it's an electric route and you're running diesel trains from one end to the other. Not really that realistic. Right, only 2 coaches, so we won't be stopping that far into the platform, so we weren't going to shoot in. But it'll be a 3 coach stop marker, yeah. Because the base train for this route is the 170. So we'll go up to the 3 and that will do. This is our first stop of Kirkcaldy. And we're actually on time. Well, yeah, 25 minutes past, and it is 25 minutes past. There is one thing which I'm finding is making me late driving the 158, and that is the doors take forever to close, and the dwell times are massive as well. Look how sort of slow the bar goes up. Like everybody's on, just go. Dwell times are really long, and then shutting the doors take forever as well. So you probably want to try and shut the doors before the bar gets to max. I think we've probably done that a little too early. Those ones are closing, and then the guards one. I think we're alright actually. Time that not too bad. Inverkeithing after this in about 18 minutes. Says it's in 10 miles, it's probably actually a bit longer than that. That's if we literally were going in a straight line to it, and we sort of go around, follow the coast, so it's a bit wiggly. What's the train leaving? We've got a 75 mph limit. Hopefully it's running well, the image or the video. Hopefully it's not lagging in any way. I think I prefer this 158 to the East Midlands Trains 158. Don't know, prefer this one. And the PIS looks better as well. There are differences between them. One thing I like about this one is the PIS though. It's really good on the outside. Then you got RAF Rovers. At least I think that's who plays there. RAF Rovers. So we're passing Kinghorn, Burnt Island, which still just sounds like a funny place name, Burnt Island. It almost sounds more Scottish if you call it Burntisland, but it's Burnt Island. And then Aberdour, Dalgety Bay, and then Inverkeithing. And we come right on the coastline in a second. Really, really pretty. And especially at this time in the morning as well. Should look really good. It's sort of like the Riviera line of Scotland. A bit sort of coastal views. We still have the you still have it where like the see these houses here. Look at the windows. Like that one looks, you sort of see sort of inside, but with all of these houses, it almost looks like they've sort of cemented or concreted up the doors and windows, which just looks a bit sort of weird. Whereas at least that one there, you can sort of, it's a bit more obscure. You can see windows there, but these ones are just bizarre. Let's say new builds potentially, but yeah, sort of bizarre. I was set at 65 for now, so I'm pretty certain it does drop down. It drops down, I think, to about 40 through Kinghorn. Here's the coast, though. Come right out onto it. Again, the Riviera line of Scotland, pretty much. That's the feeling I always get from this route. But with the amazing Forth Bridge. Let's say 65. Let's get a little shot here, actually. Oh, look at that. Ooh. What's happened there? See, this is like the things with this route where it's just like, ooh. Like, it's just a random, just sort of Minecraft super flat. Just there. There's like almost like a whole tile missing of the sea. They were like, oh, we won't put that in, no one will see it. And you'll see the gaps in the distance as well. My Riviera line sort of covers it up a bit better. Anyway, let's get a little shot here. Look at the sun, looks brilliant. I want to get the Edinburgh on the front though. There we go, that's what I want, Edinburgh on the front. Yes, let's get that one there. Get another one. Maybe we won't capture that because that's just going to look pants. Just that massive missing tile behind. Oh, right, that'll do. See, this bit here almost was a bit like the East Coast Main Line North between Berwick and Berwick-upon-Tweed and Edinburgh. So we're just following the coasters on quite high up the cliffs, going along. Wanting for a 30, okay, maybe not 40, 30 through Kinghorn. Oh, that is 40 to begin with. 30 must be after then. Oh, 45, even better. Through the tunnel then. I think is there a tunnel? Is there a tunnel? One of the stations along here has a tunnel after it. Might not be this one. Oh no, no it is, yeah, it is this one. Well, I think so, yeah, it looks like it, yeah. 30 through here. Just for the fun of it, basically. So it's Burnt Island next, that's the next one along. So we creep our way through the tunnel. And yeah, if you want to play this service, it's 1 Lima 22. I think it was like the 0611 out of Markinch. Up to 65 again. Look at all the windows though of like the houses. It's just like, I know the doors actually look alright. Yeah, the doors look somewhat alright, but then on the garage doors, but then it's like the windows are just like, It just, I don't know, it's just like they've been cemented up. Alright, let's get back to driving the train. That's the important thing. I'm not criticising how the houses look in a train game. The Rivet have got a lot better since this route. I mean, Riviera line, that was Rivet Games, and can't really complain about that. That route looks really good. So they learnt from their mistakes, and I suppose also to do with the sea and the way it looks and stuff, the gaps and stuff. So yeah, Rivet did learn from their mistakes, which is good. So you've got to give Rivet credit where it's due. Riviera line does look really good, and that is by Rivet Games. They're published and sort of. The Dovetail Games label was on it, but that was Rivet Games. So up to 60. You can see Burnt Island coming up. We sort of go around to the left and then swing to the right. I think that station's sort of on the right. Again, a really pretty part here, which I will try and get there. Oh my god, look at that. Oh yes. Oh, we got to get that. That looks lovely. I think that will be one of the thumbnails I'll put out. Another one like that. If only we had Edinburgh on the front though, that would be nice. On the PIS. Yeah, wow, definitely getting some more of that. Well, this will probably likely be the thumbnail. Or one of the thumbnails, because there's like a thing now where you can like test different thumbnails. Nah, it's too far over. Wow. That's pretty though. That is pretty. Got a little beach down here on the left coming up as well. What if there's a 40 coming up as well? Is there a 40 through Burnt Island? See, through most of the stations along here, it does come down. Burnt Island. I always forget what the stations look like. Well, Burnt Island at least. Kinghorn, always remember that one. Aberdour, always remember that one as a 50. which we are just a smidge late for, but we are down to it. I knew it came down somewhere. So then come down again. But yeah, 40. Now, this is Burnt Island. Does feel quite fast through here. Even just going at 35 at the moment. I haven't done one of these fast ones in ages though. So it always feels weird going through these stations. It's just like, oh, am I meant to stop there? I have not done a fast one in a very long time. This is where you got Burnt Island docks down here, which used to be all railways down there. There's a railway track through the docks, as it's depicted on Trains. The new Trains game on console. You've got this route on there, but it's sort of set in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. So you've got all the docks there with railway track. We're up to 65 again. I think it then goes up more as well, so about 70 or so. And it comes down to... It does slow down through Aberdour. It's another sort of station on a tight curve. What's that? I keep pausing, just having a look at these little things in here. What's this? Some sort of marker. Was it commemorate, or was it just that? Yeah, probably something. Some sort of important nature. Yeah, 75. But if you are thinking about getting the 5 circle line, get the ScotRail 158 as well. I mean, the route's pretty decent with the 170, but it's okay. But the 158 timetable is vastly better. Lots more variety, and variety is the best thing. There's a 170. Is that a 5 coach as well, I think? Yeah, you got a 158 on the back. So you could drive the 158 one way and then drive the 170 back if it's a leaving service. Speed reduction coming up here. Just down to 65 again. Bit of zoom in action. 55. 55? Yeah, 55. So we shouldn't be too far off Aberdour station now. And we do go quite steeply uphill as well out of Aberdour. It does, yeah, it does go up quite steeply. So we'll keep an eye out. Here's the station. Oh, 50 miles an hour through it. From 55 to 50, big difference. I should then speed up after here, and then Dalgety Bay is the next station along. 75, although quite steep out of here, so take us a while to reach that speed if we do. And then once you get past Dalgety Bay, start slowing down. Well, we'll start slowing down to about 40. A nice quick bit. little bang on the mic there as I whacked it. Cool. There's one thing we're missing on this route now. Well, two things. The first thing, what we mentioned earlier, the Voyager. We don't have that on here. And the Inter-7 City HST. We don't have that either. But within the layers for this route, there actually is a layer. Because now you can select all the different layers to enable and disable them. One of the layers is ScotRail Inter-7 City HST. So I wonder if that might be an upcoming DLC, maybe? Or maybe just... well, eventually upcoming one day, but maybe they just popped it in there, so it saves them doing the work when, if that does happen eventually. Would be cool to see though. Or I suppose what they could do is use the Great Western Express HST for the Inter-7 City services. That's what happened on the Edinburgh to Glasgow Sprinter timetable. Or the Edinburgh Glasgow 158 timetable. You had the Great Western HSTs running the ScotRail HST services, which sort of worked. Well, we'll be on time into Inverkeithing. We've been, pretty, much at the speed limit. I reckon we'll be late. I reckon we'll be 2 minutes late into Inverkeithing. It'll be like, where have we lost that time? Oh, we're at full speed through Dalgety Bay. 74 miles, 75 miles an hour now. I'm going to start bringing it down to about 40. It's not much further along to Inverkeithing. That's where we join up with the other part of the Fife Circle and then go across the Forth Bridge. And the brakes aren't the best on this train either. It's probably the 40 coming up just along here. Should be down in time. Oh, 50 to begin with. It definitely comes down to 40. But it certainly comes down to 40. Well, 50 to begin with. See, that's the thing. I'm not really confident with this ride. I just have an idea. Well, if it was like the Brighton Main Line or East Coast, I know that route really well. Others, just an idea. There you go, 40. And it's 30 if you're coming the other way from Rosyth. We have to go to the 3 marker here. There you go, finally our next stop. We were due at what, 42 past? I think it was 42 past. No way, 47 past. Oh no, that's 42 past. It looked like it was 47 on the CIS display. I was going to say, surely we haven't been that slow to lose 4 minutes. Look at that, bang on time. Quite impressed with that. It wasn't like it was at 47 on the board. I was like, what? Can't be that late. Saying we're blooming late though, at 6:43. We're very much here at 42, thank you. Off goes the 170, it's 11. And Edinburgh Gateway after this. in a very quick 30 minutes. Very quick service. Like it. Right, let's get the doors shut now, because they take forever. Come on. Wait for the buzz buzz. A little bit of a hill start here. Which for the modern trains you get like a hill start button where you can just press that and then power up and it'll sort of just do it for you. But in these older ones where you've got the throttle on the brake, it's easy. Literally put the brakes into step 1, easy, power up, and then put the brakes off when you hear the engine sort of RPM building up nicely. "65 miles an hour. Very, very steep up here. We have to sort of gain enough what's the word I'm looking for? Not altitude. We have to gain enough height to get across the Forth Bridge, which is quite high up. So it's a steep old climb up to Queen's Ferry, or North Queen's Ferry. Cool. But if you have made it this far in the video, thanks all for watching it all, is much appreciated. And thanks for sticking around on our journey to Edinburgh. Oh yeah, the new 158 timetable for this route, which is great. Really, really glad we've finally got it after over a year of waiting for it. As I think this timetable was originally meant to release alongside this DLC release in the 158. But instead we didn't get it, and they did the timetable for Edinburgh Glasgow and just had some scenarios for this route. Which the timetable for Edinburgh Glasgow, which is included with the ScotRail 158, isn't bad. It's just weird because you get where the 158's doing full Edinburgh to Glasgow runs. Well, the good thing about it is you do get the Azuma on there. So yeah, if you've got Fife Circle, get the 158. It's good. A lot more worth it now as well. Climbing up. This is North Queen's Ferry. And then onto the Forth Bridge, which is always just impressive, sort of coming up out of here and seeing the big span of it, sort of high up it. I mean, look how high up we are. Crazy. It's one of those bridges where it even takes ages to get across it as well. Even if we're going at sort of a pretty decent speed, 50 miles an hour. Takes ages to get across it. It's such just like sort of like a, you look at it and think, wow. Number 158 there. It's just so impressive. Probably the most impressive bridge in the world. Or at least railway bridge in the world. Like, does anything actually come close to this? The Forth Bridge, scale wise and sort of iconic wise. Like, yeah, you do get some really sort of mega bridges, say in China and sort of Asian countries, which are like, wow, that's impressive. But for sort of this bridge's age, the railway going across it, I mean, look at it, it's the maze and all the different metal beams and steel, whatever is all over the place. It's like, wow. Almost feels like you're in a bit of like a portal going through it, all of the sort of crosses and stuff. As we're sort of suspended in between it all. But nothing really compares to this bridge. And then up to 80 miles an hour at the other side, and then up to 100 miles an hour, which we probably won't reach 100 miles an hour. But we'll give it a good run for its money. Although saying that, hang on, the top speed in this train is 90, so we shouldn't really be trying to get it up to 100. That would be quite cheeky. This is down many. So 90 miles an hour really should be what we try and get it up to. I think in the turbo style you can get up to 100 quite easily. I think the top speed in the turbo style is 100. So we are sort of allowed to go up to it. So this will be the fastest part of the journey. It's quite easy now, this route. There's no sort of sudden massive drops in the speed limit. It's fairly direct now into Edinburgh. The challenging bit's out of the way. This is the easy bit. So yeah, 100, well 90 for us. And we go past Edinburgh Airport first. Because Edinburgh Gateway station is the airport station, but it's still quite a bit of a distance away to the airport from the Gateway station. Lovely. Let's get a flyby shot. Rip to headphone users. That was it's a little bit noisy on the outside, but it'll be worth it. That whizzing along. Right, back in. 84 miles an hour. Yeah, the runway should be to the right of us. Yeah. Not too much further to Edinburgh Gateway. We still keep it at this speed for a little bit though. We sort of turn off to the left and that's when it starts slowing down. Once we're off this straight bit. So about now we'll start slowing down. Because yeah, the brakes on this aren't like really good. They're just sort of alright. This is step 2, which at the moment actually ain't too bad. But they're not the best. They're not as good as the turbo style brakes. The turbo style brakes are a lot stronger. And Gateway Station should be coming into sight very soon. You just tuck around this corner here. And will we still be on time? Cool. We don't have to go that far down the platform. I can't remember if there's a 2 marker either. It might be a 3 one again we have to stop at. Yeah, and was there a 2, 3, 4? Okay, there is a 2. we are, Edinburgh Gateway station. And we are bang on time at 53 past. Although theoretically that's when we should be leaving at 53. Like you'd probably get here at sort of 52 and then leave at 53. But even, well, the game says 53 and 53. That's good. Cool. And then yeah, Haymarket after this. I know sort of a gap. And from Haymarket it's just a little dawdle under through the tunnels to Waverley and then we're done. GSMR's given up for the day. Turned itself off. And another fast bit here as well. Right into power 3. That's how you're meant to drive these 357 sprinters. Into 5. And then into 7. Just a short distance so we'll see South Gyle station. In fact, you're going to see it already actually coming up. South Gyle. I'll get that shut now, a bit noisy. Yeah, what's everyone thinking? Liking this route now? Liking the timetable? And yeah, both good trains on here now. The 170's fun to drive, and then this one's also nice. And also this train, the ScotRail 158, also layers onto the Manchester Airport commuter route. Can't remember what TOC it's meant to be representing. What is it meant to be representing? Oh, Northern. Yeah. Yeah, if you've got the ScotRail 158, it layers onto the Manchester Airport commuter route as a Northern 158. So it actually goes across 3 routes now, this train. What's the speed there? Was that 75? 75, I think. 75 anyway. And we then join up with the Edinburgh Glasgow main line. You'll see that alongside us in a second. There it is there. That's a 90. That comes down to 50 and then 30. My sort of marker for coming down to 50 is basically once we start coming quite close to the Murrayfield Stadium, which is the big stadium you'll see quite soon. That's when we start slowing down. There it is there. Once we're a bit closer to that, we'll slow down to 50. Take the power off now. Not slowing down now. And then yeah, 30 I believe into Haymarket. It changes if you're on the other line. It comes down at what 35. It's different. And also the 20 mile, there's a 20 mile per hour limit as well, and it's different for that as well if you're on the Edinburgh Glasgow route, just to make things tricky. Haymarket depot. Where's that 50? There it is there. Oh, and also one thing people have pointed out, there is still no fumes for this train as well, which is a bit weird. As you should really be able to see the exhaust fumes coming from this train, but yeah, I don't think it actually really has any proper yet. But it's like very hard to see if there is. Unless it has very clean energy or clean fuel to it. Yeah, no, 35. So it must be 30, yeah, 30 maybe into the mainline platforms. Platform 0 here as well. Well, if anything ever uses platform 0, maybe late at night, early morning for sort of the last runs, and then they go into the depot. That'll do. This is Haymarket, and yeah, on time again, basically. There's a 385. Yeah, has anyone actually used that platform? No, nothing. Absolutely nothing. You've got the tram tracks there. I don't know if you can actually go over to that. Can you go over to the tram? Oh, it's through there. There's the tram station, just outside the station. The door's shut. Levenmouth rail link. Come on. Right, let's go. We're going to be racing the 385 into Waverley. I've got a feeling that will win, as it's AI. There we go, it's a race. The race is on. Who's going to win? 385 or 158? It's intense. We don't know who's going to win through here. I mean, I think that one has to come down to 20 way before us. And they might even have to wait for us, potentially. Depending on what platform it's coming into. Just sort of hear it. Hear it in the other tunnel. And there is no 20 mile per hour board for here. So the 20 mile per hour limit starts at sort of the signal just outside of the tunnel. Yeah, there's a signal gantry just there. That's where the 20 begins. There's actually no speed board for it. Whether that's the case in real life or not. And where's the 385? I think we're beating it. Yeah, I think we're beating it. There's a 380, I think, there. The 380 being a DLC for the Cathcart Circle line. There's the 385 there, so we're winning at the moment. We are winning. Good. Yeah, as we finish up the journey at Edinburgh. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed it. I sure have. It's been a nice quick run. Yeah, most of them on this route are sort of quite long, but this is sort of a quick one. Much quicker than the norm. Platform 18, that one's one of the far over ones, eh? That's like one of of the far side ones. Oh, or not. No, it's still pretty far over. Just little one here. Sort of the unimportant train, right at the tucked at the end of the station. Oh, there's the 385 there. Technically, we're still winning. Can we stop before it? Now you got sort of, you could, I suppose we probably open the doors on both sides. Or would you open them on both sides? And the platform is on both sides. I don't know what the practice would be in real life for this platform. No idea. Here we are. But, I mean, yeah, the doors are, well, the platform is on both sides, so... Well, the game says to open it on that side. So, let's just, well, don't know. Would they open them on both sides in real life? And it's gone blurry, great. Well, that is going to be everybody. Hopefully everybody has enjoyed it. Links can be found in all of the usual places, Discord, PayPal, merch store, as well as our affiliate link for the lovely UK departure boards. See you all and take care. Bye guys.